My mission, should I choose to accept it, is can I get to the front of the grid in a Porsche 996, which is over 20 years old. The catch is, I'm up against a grid full of Porsche GT3 RS 992s in the Porsche Carrera Cup. Now, if you missed the first part, it's fine, it's not essential, but there's a link in the description if you want to go back and watch it later. Now, this is part 3 of my career mode in Gran Turismo 7. What I did was I started from 0, worked my way up through the ranks using the prize money that I'd acquired through the way, working my way up through the Clio Cup, and then we had the Future Classic Series, and now we're onto the Porsche Carrera Cup. So let's go and buy our new / old car. Now I found myself in the Brand Central again, and what we're looking for is a Porsche 996 from 2001. Here it is for 180,000 credits. I'm going to pick one of those up and then pit it against the 992. So here we are, we're at Catalonia, and this served as the testing ground for Formula 1 before Bahrain. And let's just see, already we can see that off the line we've got a massive challenge up against us here. Some serious upgrades needed with the remainder of my career budget. Heading down into turn 1 then, let's see how it behaves. It doesn't stop, for one thing. We've misshot, oh there goes the mic. We've overshot the first corner, so brakes are obviously an issue, especially at that sort of speed. Okay, so the 992 is already off into the distance. A lot of time to make up. I'm not sure if the budget will allow for the amount of upgrades I'm going to need. Harsh limits here at Catalonia. Really, the stewards are on our tail here. They're not giving an inch. That's the test over. Let's see how we've done against the 992. Nearly 20-second disadvantage, which is quite fitting considering the 996 is over 20 years old. Some serious upgrades to apply if we want to catch this field of 992s. So I started part 3 of my career mode with 209,400 credits. The 996 was 180,000 credits, which leaves me 29,400 credits for tuning. Now, if you came to me and you said, Lou, I want to take my road going car and put it on the track, what's the first upgrades I should apply? I would tell you, get the weight down, stick some decent tires on it, and get some decent brakes. So that's what we're going to do first with our 29,400 credits. So that's what I've done. Weight reduction stage 1 for 4,100 credits, and then we've also got the racing hard tires at 18,000 credits. Now the racing hards are going to be applied across the board, across the grid. All of the cars are going to be running the racing hard tires, but as it's a purchasable upgrade, I'm going to take it out of the budget, out of the career budget for 18,000, which leaves me 7,300 credits. Now that's not enough for my brake kit, but what I can do is go off and sell some of my previous race cars, the Clio and the MX-5, to give me some additional cash to spend on my upgrades for my first race in the Carrera Cup. So we're going to head over to the used car dealership where we can appraise some of our old race cars and just see what the valuation is, see if we can make some decent cash. So looking for our MX-5, and there's the MX-5s that I've used in the career. There's the Clios from my Clio Cup Championship. So that's what I've done. I've gone off and sold the old race cars. The Clio at 13,620, the MX-5 12,235, a grand total, considering the 7,300 credits, giving me a total of 33,155. Oh, those are some numbers. Let's go and apply some more upgrades. What I've got left to add are the brakes. So the brakes we can see here, the slotted discs, they were 8,000. The racing pads, 2,000, giving me a total of 10,000. With that, we're going to head to our first race, which is at Catalonia. It's a grid full of 992s, like I've said, in the Porsche Carrera Cup. There's going to be 5 rounds. 15-minute sessions, which in real life, that's half distance basically. So a 30-minute session in real life. These are going to be 15-minute sessions. And with each round, the grid is going to alternate. So wherever the grid finished in the previous race, it's going to be a reverse grid for the following race. So we're going to see a lovely, nice mix-up of the championship across 5 rounds. The Porsche Carrera Cup starts at Catalonia. Here we go. Partnered with Mercedes-AMG Motorsport, Tempesta Sky have taken sports car racing by storm in just 5 short years. GT World Challenge America's newest team to the grid, ACI Motorsports. I'm calling them Stoneleaf for ease. MPM Racing, let's just say I liked the livery. BWT Lechner Racing, 4 wins, 8 podiums, 2 pole positions. Do not underestimate this intimidating pink team. Hauber Motorsport, based in the east of Munich, a permanent figure in the Nurburgring Endurance Series. Just like the name suggests, Red Ant Racing will sting you if you get too close. God, that's terrible. And finally, the underdogs, the newcomers, established in 2024. The team principal is said to be madder than Maddie McMadison from Madrid playing Madden 24. The driver is pretty good though. So it's round 1 of the Porsche Carrera Cup. I've got my teammate to the left of me. Look at those cars just absolutely spring into action off of the grid. We've got 15-minute endurance race here, which is half distance. And I have got my work cut out for me here. I really have. This first race is just going to be about picking up what scraps I can. Hopefully the upgrades I've applied will give me some sort of edge against these guys. I mean, they are AI after all. And we've got our teammate up there to grab us some nice points. I've put my teammate in the 992 just to give me half a chance in this championship, make it a bit interesting. But let's just see what we can do here. I'm going to get stuck into the mix, just try and pick up any positions if I can. Try and stay on the back of these guys just for this first race. I can hopefully earn some prize money to be able to give me some chance of getting some upgrades on this car. Because boy, are we going to need them. AI pretty slow through here. This could be our first position. He's going to defend this quite hard. Going to look for the switchback. Hopefully a good run. Someone is... a few guys choosing to pit there. Not sure what exactly the hell for. But that's... I'll take it. That's looks like maybe fuel related. Maybe we don't have enough fuel. We do have ×4 on the fuel and ×10 on the tyre wear. So let's see how that pans out. I've not really set this race up so that we're going to have fuel changes and tyre changes, but I don't know, a few of the AI think that maybe we will. So there's just under 9 minutes left of this race, and I have been really ragging this 996 around Catalonia here, and I'm still losing the back of the pack. Look at this, look. Potentially all of them have pitted, all of the leaders have pitted here. This could be a case of I'm going to have to defend like crazy to the end of this race. I might be able to pick up a win in this first race. Considering the car that we've got, that'd be some achievement. Let's go. The leaders are out of the pit lane. It's going to be a race to the end. I was not expecting this. I did not plan this whatsoever, I can promise you. But this could get really interesting. I really hope this is the last lap, otherwise I am toast. Here comes the leaders. They're straight back on my tail, just as the advantage would predict. Oh, they're eyeing me up down this back straight. This could get interesting. Hit my braking marker. I don't want to overshoot here. Get it slowed down. Turned in. Back on the power. They've got no chance through this little section, surely. Let's keep it neat. Come on, get it slowed down. That's ever so slightly long. Make sure you get this. Oh, I've shot this corner as well. The tyres are just giving up on me. Let's go. Shoot for the finish line. It's hopefully going to be a win in my first race. That's an absolute advantage. The pit call. Oh, it's tight. Oh. That's brilliant. The wrong strategy call from the AI there. If you make the wrong call, then you're going to pay the price. I'm sorry, but let's go. Good points. Let's see where our teammate finished up as well, because that's important for the championship. Our teammate looks to have finished P11. Amazing points there in our first race. Let's go. It's a great start from the Mad Racing team, all tied up at the top, with Tempesta Sky and Stoneleaf close behind. 115,600. Now I'm going to bank some of that, because if I just use all that in the tuner shop, you're going to make a monster car, aren't you? Let's be honest. Let's apply some sensible upgrades to this Porsche 996. So we're back in the tuning shop to apply some more upgrades with our winnings. We've got the semi-racing height adjustable suspension, along with the semi-racing clutch and flywheel to deal with the horses contained within the 996. We've also done weight reduction stage 2 and 3, and also just to add a lovely exhaust note and just to add a bit of horsepower, we've got the racing silencer on there as well. And a club that all together is going to reduce our career earnings down to 102,455. A lot to play with, but also just remember we've got to buy another car with that, and it's a big one. But more on that later. Round number 2 then brings me to Nurburgring Grand Prix circuit, where we've got a reverse grid. Now, I'm always going to start from the back. That's a given throughout my career mode. But I'm also really interested to see how we get on with our upgrades. Remember, we've got the weight significantly reduced, and also that racing silencer along with the racing clutch to help deal with that added power. Already noticing a massive difference. I'm able to keep up with the back of the pack at least, and that's already a significant improvement on the last race. I also want to add that I've taken off fuel depletion, just so that it doesn't cause the AI to pit unnecessarily throughout these races and give us some dodgy results. I say that as one of the AI are pitting. Oh dear, what does he possibly need? He's got fresh rubber, he's got all the fuel in the world. He obviously needs a quick drink or something. He's popped in the pit lane. So just over 10 minutes remaining of this race, and I have made my way into the top 10, which would be a good result in itself, considering the car we're using here. Stoneleaf has gone defensive here. If I can... Oh my word, what's oh, he's left the door. There's contact. The AI playing rough here at the Nurburgring Grand Prix circuit. I've got over 3 minutes left of this race, and I can see the last of the points paying positions as I go purple in the first sector. Starting to lose the tyres. There's still a chance. There's still a chance for a last position here. If I can keep this tidy and keep it quick. Oh, look at this. Absolutely chucked it down the inside. I'm going to nudge him a bit wide, but we'll take that. That's the last of the points paid positions. Oh, the tyres are absolutely had it at this point. I am just absolutely out of control, to be honest. But that's 1 point for the Mad Lou Dog Racing team. We're going to see where our teammate finished. P4 for our teammate. That's good for 6 points. Point for myself. 7 points in total for Mad Lou Dog Racing. Mad Bad Racing retain their position at the top, with BWT the biggest movers in that race, up 5 in the championship. The favourites Tempesta Sky and MPM Racing falling down the order. Most importantly, 30,900 credits to add to the bank. That's given me a grand total of 133,355 to play with in the tuner shop. Now what I want to do is enable this car to breathe a little better. So I've applied the racing air filter and also the high lift cams, giving me now 121,355. Round number 3 brings me to Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. We've recently had the Grand Prix here, so I thought it only fitting that I have a support race, the Carrera Cup. We've got a reverse grid as always. I've started from the back as per the rules of my career mode. And look at this, already but able to just hang out round the outside. Lost some traction on the curb there, but we'll see how this car performs with its new upgrades down the Kemmel Straight. Look at this, a bad run from the AI. Almost put me on the grass there, but I've certainly got the legs to compete with the AI here, to compete with these 992s, so that should be interesting. It's just whether I'm going to have the aerodynamic advantage that I know these guys have got around me. Coming up to the back of my teammate, there's no team orders. Look at me, pushed onto the grass. That's just, we're three wide here. About to hang it out around the outside. I'm on the marbles. I don't want to get a time penalty. My teammate coming off best there, but there's no team orders at Mad Bad Racing, that's for sure. So we're up into the points, and with every position I gain now is going to be more points in the championship, which is only a good thing because that means more prize money, and more prize money means we can start to go quicker and purchase better cars in our career mode. He's gone defensive, which is only going to compromise him on the exit. As long as I don't run too wide and get on that AstroTurf, I should have a good run all the way down this section. It's an easy move for 4th place. That was nice through there. Looking for a move down into the bus stop. Oh, they're so much better on the brakes than I am. That's where they really do make up the time. But hopefully I can get a nice exit out of here and look for a move into turn 1. Perhaps dummy this one, potentially. I think we'll go for it. I'm hard on the brakes. Ooh. Almost collected the car in front there, but I've got the move done. It was an aggressive overtake, but needs must for the podium position with just over 4 minutes of this race to go. That's hopefully P2. We'll take that. It's back and forth all the time, but they're just so good on the brakes. I've really got to be able to make the move stick if I don't want to cause an incident or any damage to my car. But hopefully a good run out of this corner. I can sort of fake it to the left there and get the move done before we get to the bus stop chicane. I'll tell you something, as we round out this race, this car has been an absolute dream to drive. If you take the tyre condition away at the moment and just drive it for what it is, it's an absolute dream considering this car's age. I know we've applied some quite serious upgrades to this car, but still, last to first. I think that's the first time I've done that in my career mode, and I think that was a pretty solid win given the issues I had with the tyres towards the end of that race, and considering how hot it is in the UK at the moment. Mad Bad Racing are unstoppable in their rookie season. A good recovery from MPM Racing, up 5 to 2nd place in the championship. Non-movers Tempest to Sky in 4th place. And for finishing on the top step of the podium, we get the grand prize of over 100,000 credits to add to the bank. Yep, this just in. We have reports that Mad Bad Racing has been summoned to the steward's room. Regulation 5.41 stipulates that the car must be a minimum weight of 1.265 kilograms. So I've added some ballast to the car, and I'm going to increase the weight as much as I can to give me 1,253 kilograms. Still a little bit off, but the organisers have agreed for every 10 kilograms underweight is a 2nd penalty at the end of the race. And I've also been handed a 50,000 credit fine just to add to the pain. And with that, Mad Bad Racing have been disqualified from the previous race, which means they lose their 12 points and fall to 2nd place. Now that points reduction in the last race has really put me on the back foot here. Thankfully we've got our teammate higher up the order due to the reverse grid here at the Red Bull Ring. Now we've also got the increased weight to deal with to comply with the regulations, which is really not going to help. I can already tell this is going to be a much tougher challenge now because of that increased weight. I have no longer got the straight line speed advantage that I once had. Got to stay true to the regulations here, but we are going to gloss over all the suspension upgrades and things that I've already done. I actually think with the increased weight, it's a much fairer race against the AI. And I'll gladly take that. I don't want to be just storming off into the lead in these races. I want the challenge. That's what this career mode is all about. Around half distance in this race, and I'm noticing the tyres again. The rear end really starting to slide under braking. Hopefully, I'm going to have a little look at the ballast positioning and just see if I can pull some of that weight forward and use it to our advantage. I think I found a right sweet spot in this Carrera Cup at the moment. The weight of this car, couple that with the 992's raw performance, and you can have a cracking little race in this Carrera Cup. Look at this now, I'm being challenged by the Sky Porsche team. Gonna go heavy on the brakes just to defend this. Oh, he's knocked me round. What's happened here? This is AI at its best, ladies and gentlemen. That's not good. Oh, damn. Put me down to 10th place in this race with only just under 6 minutes left. That's not good. Out of the points. Gonna go into the final lap in 10th position. I've left myself too much work to do. The tyres are no longer at their best. I cannot catch 9th place up ahead. Gonna cross the line for 10th position in this race. Got absolutely taken out. We're gonna have a look at the replay of that one and just see who was at fault there. Look at this now, just absolutely no need of it. He had all the room in the world. He could have just tucked in behind and he would have been on his little merry way. Unbelievable. The only saving grace is that my teammate finished 4th, which means some good points for the championship. Driver number 2 for Mad Bad Racing keeps the team's hopes alive as we head into the final race of the championship. The biggest movers, BWT Racing, sail to the top, while Stoneleaf fall dead last. A decent amount of prize money as well, 37,700 credits. Now I am at Suzuka for round number 5 in the championship. In my opinion, one of the most technically challenging racetracks on the game. Now I'm 6 points behind the championship leading team, and that is mainly due to not scoring in round number 4 and also that points deduction in round 3. I have moved the weight also to the front of the car just to help with some of that stability and really use it to my advantage if I can. Got a good run coming out of that corner. I can see P8 ahead of me. It's only going to be 1 point to add to the championship, but I'm going to stick a move on him and hopefully get this slowed down. The AI just absolutely brutal. They need calming down. It's ridiculous. They just ram you off the racetrack. If you're in their line, God help you. It's this section of Suzuka that I'm really struggling with. Through sector 1, I can go purple. I can catch them back again, but they just pull away in this faster section. They have real aerodynamic advantage through these sweeping corners. Only 1 point for 8th place, and that's not enough in the championship. These guys ahead are just too quick through sector 2 and 3. And it's just leaving me no time to get any moves completed in sector 1. But having said that, this is the closest I've been to P7 in a long time in this race, and sector 1 is where I'm fast. That's P7 disposed of. Approaching the back of P6. Ever so slightly touched him there, which has lost me a lot of speed. These guys are slow through. Oh, these guys are slow through here. Again, I'm going to try and get a good run out of this corner and up into the hairpin. Try that move again. Hopefully come out of the right gear this time. Get it slowed down. He's ever so slightly left the door. It's going to be a drag race out of this corner, but they are going to have the advantage. My second gear is just so slow. The gearing was obviously needs looking at for that one, but we're alongside. They're going to race tough here at Suzuka. Going to let him have it for this. In this instance, I don't want to force an error and come off worse. Oh, massively lost the rear end coming out of that corner. That was my one overtaking Damn it. Oh. No. I thought I had another lap. That's a terrible result. 7th. 2 points. Not enough to clinch the championship. But we'll head over to the championship standings anyway and just see where we come. Hopefully our teammate may have made up some positions, but I don't expect much from that guy. That's P8 with that time penalty. That's going to cost me 1 point to add to the championship. Nowhere near enough to take the top step. Teammate as well, absolutely useless. He'll be gone next year. P12 finish for him, no points on the board. We're going to head over to the championship standings for the final time and just have a look at where we finished in this Carrera Cup championship. Congratulations to Stoneleaf. They are the 2024 Porsche Carrera Cup champions. 2 poor finishes and a disqualification mean Mad Bad Racing finished 6th in the standings. A very poor effort given the sheer talent of the driver. There have been reports the team principal has been sacked and ordered not to step within 5 feet of any race team ever again. It's not all bad though, because we've got 26,400 credits to add to the bank. That's going to really help us in our career mode to buy our new car in the next video. Oh, it's a disappointing end to the Carrera Cup. Too many penalties, too many mistakes. I've been in trouble with the FIA. We'll go again next time. Have a good day, everyone.